Thanks, Bama. You the real MVP. Happy Saturday, y'all. Y'all know each other? GDB. What you mean, Bama? This morning? Yeah, I'm here. It's been a weird morning. A piece of shit was in my backyard. I'm just so tired of it. I'm just so tired of it. And it's like all these motherfuckers are like senile here and can't put one and one together to even fucking count a two. So I don't know how. It's just annoying. Almost makes me want to get another dog. Just I literally got another camera back there now too. It's fucking annoying. Yeah, motherfucker thought he was gonna take a picnic out here and shit, and I was like, hell no. And then my dog fucking made the other dogs over on the trail freak out. And usually I cannot stand that lady and her family. Her daughter tried to start some shit with me one time, and I was like, girl, come over here and I'll teach you a lesson. But all I had to tell her was go back to your mama's house. Go back to your mama's house. Your curfew's about to be coming into play. I ain't got time for this childish shit. Literally, I don't even know. It's just annoying. It's annoying, man. These people are as dumb as fucking rocks here and shit. Oh, that chick though, her dog started barking because my dog started barking, and I can tell that the guy cannot stand dogs, so he gets petrified. And I'm like, good, fucking stay the fuck out of here. That's the whole fucking point. And honestly, you're gonna have to get through me before you can get to the dog. So good luck. I'm a lot crazier than I may appear. I think what kills me the most is some of these neighbors are like, oh, he just want to come to your house. I was like, bitch, like, don't think you're fucking special. You better stop fucking playing, because then you asking for a fucking wish, and the wish will come true if you keep putting it out into the atmosphere. So, and I'm not no fucking chosen one. He's literally doing this shit to fucking everyone, and I think at this point, like, I want to say that my home is protected, and he knows what time it is, because I've literally had like these many situations with him where he knows that I know. It's like, bitch, I know. Like, you need to stay the fuck out of here. Like, lingering around and shit. I roll back my cameras and he fucking literally, like, petrified to even fucking look over here. And I'm like, good, you should be. Like, you should be petrified to even breathe the air that I'm breathing. And tell me how when I was leaving yesterday, the fucking bitch that called the cops on me, of course I see her as I'm leaving the neighborhood, and she's just standing there, like, not walking her dog. She's just fucking standing there, probably eating her boogers and shit. And she smiled at me, and I'm like, bitch, don't fucking smile at me. Like, take that shit and raggedy ass, go back to your fucking house and never fucking come out. Like, and it's funny because I started talking shit in the car because I was like, absolutely not. Fuck you. Like, don't fucking smile at me, fucking psychopath. And she literally started talking to herself out there. And I was dying because I was like, yep, go ahead, make you look even crazier than you fucking look out here by yourself. What up, Outdoor James? No, shit's annoying. Like, he's making it seem like, oh, I'm innocent and I'm walking with my kids and I'm being a good dad. No, you're a deadbeat motherfucking dad, and these kids will have no dad because you're a piece of shit. And literally, that creates other issues for the world and definitely issues for those kids. Like, I come from a broken family, so to like see people like having kids and being a fucking maggot of the earth, like, you shouldn't have had fucking kids. Get your balls snipped. Get a boot in his ass. It's like I have to be patient here. Like, I can tell patient. I can tell that the universe is like testing me a little bit, and it's difficult. Y'all say bless up, James. What are you doing today? You working? Are you fishing? Yeah, I had a couple sips of coffee this morning. Not much. I'm debating my day. I cleaned the back patio yesterday, so I didn't get to live last night. I was so fucking tired. But the back patio looks so good. I was like, oh shit, I still have some things I have to organize for sure. A lot of stuff moved to the table, but I like cleaned like almost every crevice of the patio. It was tiring. Because I've been buying stuff at the auction, y'all, and I can't become a hoarder in like 3 days. So I'm like, oh shit. I gotta find spots for these places. I've been able to flip a few things already, so that's cool. It's always good when you make your money back. Bama, I don't know if you remember, but James is actually Roll Tide. Y'all be bleeding Roll Tide. What the heck is Kalamazoo? What is that? Is that a fish? Yeah, because you got the Great Lakes. James, just make a short. You're still working on your 50 subscribers, right? Or did you get them? Just make a short. Roll die roll. Please tell me you have an accent. Oh shit. Bama. See, Bama be teaching me shit, man. Bama, you changed your fucking profile picture again? I cannot keep up. I can't really tell what this one is though. Are they two? They're two horses. At first, I thought they were two emoji characters. You know how people do those emoji people of themselves? That's what I thought it was. You should do one of you and Anna. You don't have to make it your profile picture, but you're trying to, if you're not trying to get your subscribers, then who cares? But I mean, your peeps care. Like, post cool shit. Like, everybody wants to see cool shit, you know? But if you're not trying to get back into posting all the time, then just post when you can. But you could just easily come up real quick. You never know. You know, I started my channel just doing shorts. I didn't live. I don't know if you heard me say this before, but I just started living like January of last year, like mid-January or so. So just a little over a year, almost a year and a half now. But before I was just doing shorts. And shorts get you some subscribers as well. I think it's about the hashtags. I don't really like long form videos except for the lives. Eventually I'll do long form videos, like maybe informational stuff, but editing skills, still working on that, y'all. You know me, I'm unedited. No filter here. Quite literally. Yeah, I think that's how everyone gets started too, because you're trying to build subscribers. When I first started though, I didn't really plan on going live like that. I was like learning the ropes and shit. I'm like, anybody ever even gonna listen to me? But you'd be surprised. You never know. There's people out there for everybody. And don't make it complicated. You could literally post a video of your toes. There's a market for it all. I'm gonna leave that up to y'all. The roll tide toes. The more you know, the more the more you want to keep knowing. Where's Sesame Street at? Hoo doo hoo. He gonna come in here. Bam, I was talking about Sesame Street, but as you can see, James is also named James. So that's why Sesame Street needed another name. Triple SG. What is it? Triple SG and the GDB. Oh my gosh, that could be a rap. What is it? It's double SG and the GDB. Damn, that line, I already forgot it. My brain was like all over the place. Damn, I need to be writing these down. Davy's the lyricless. Hooda hooda hoo! Hooda in the blowfish. if I can give any advice to YouTube, for anyone inspiring to do YouTube, don't make it rocket science. Just naturally be you. You're going to find the right people. Sometimes there's people you don't want, and then sometimes there's some really awesome people you're so glad you met. That's another thing, Bama. This little fucker back here, he likes to blast like ghetto music. I love ghetto music too, so that's fine. But some of it starts to get like, I like some trap music, but some of it is like some deep, dark, like stuff that I just don't condone. And as I get wiser on my journey, it's all about what you listen to and what you're putting into your brain creates an energy. But he likes to blast scripture too, and I'm like, you're not fucking fooling me. You're like literally robbing everyone's house. Like, I don't know what the fuck you're trying to fool here. But the other fucking day, I heard him playing country, and I was wondering if it was me out there because I was out there on the patio when I heard that shit. And I was like, oh, hell nah. You ain't playing no country music, boy. Yeah, country music can get annoying. I honestly listen to a lot of old classics. I'm not really as like educated on the newer country stuff. And I always love me some classic rock. The birds do too. I play music in the birds room and they love it. They love Fleetwood Mac too. Damn, I was so shocked to see you live. I was like, what the hell? I like hopped off. I was doing shit, but I like fucking had YouTube up as a backup app, and I was like, wait a minute, is that Bama? Is Bama live right now? I was like, I guess say what up. Not the spider mites. I actually don't know what those look like. Do they look like spiders? Oh my gosh, I pulled some carrots. I have to show the carrots later. I took a picture on my other phone, so I don't have a picture to green screen it. But I took I pulled some of my carrots yesterday. I need to plant some more because carrots take so long. But oh my god, they look like the funniest thing ever. But they're definitely bigger than than the ones I pulled in the past. So I've learned you have to like dig around a little bit to see if they're worth pulling. Do you have any advice on how to know besides digging into the ground, like how big the carrots are? What up, Mara? Mara? A good morning ritual is good, James. I support it. And I don't know, Bam. I see people smoking on live. I mean, they can't smell it, but I know you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to do a lot of things on live. I don't really probably condone it because, you know, yeah. So you just have to put the camera off for a second, do your thing, and come back, you know? Yeah, Bama, that's James' cup of tea too. Listen to some Bob Marley, you know? We all need a little bit more Bob Marley. If we actually just listen to the lyrics, he's on point. If you guys like Bob Marley or like reggae music, then you should check out Ia Terra. It's not like modern day Bob Marley because no one can replace Bob Marley, but they have some good spirit. He has some good spiritual messages. I actually don't know if it's just a band or a dude that sings, but I love Ia Terra. Oh, so do they look like mites? You said you've seen them, so where do they like bury themselves onto the plants or like in the root system? It's that roll tide, roll. You're like, yeah, I'm good. You want me to be like this? I'm good. You got tears in your eyes and shit. I don't think so. I'm really bad with names, but I'm like a little music jukebox that doesn't have names. It's like good luck. It's like photographic memory, beats that ring a bell. But I'll check it out. I'll check it out. What kind of music is that? I'll Google it, James. I was like, oh shit, spider mites. So I'm still learning. I had a really awesome amount of cucumbers last year. I actually was having a hard time eating them all, and I was like, oh shit, but I was taking the seeds out and replanting them anyways. But the best cucumbers I've probably ever had, not even to be biased, so different than the store. I actually got these little small cucumbers from the store, and the mother effers didn't even have seeds in them. I was like, dang, they literally don't want people to replant these. Yacht rock. That sounds like a Alexa playlist. Oh wait, are they some weird shit? Hold on. I think this is what Tom was saying is like scribbles. What are you trying to say, Marara? I don't know, Bama. I can't view the channel on live. When you start doing the scribblies and shit, you're out. And that goes for anyone. Oh, interesting. Thanks for that, James. I'll Google it too. I'm like a visual person, but I am seeing that visually. And thank God I don't think I've seen that on my plans. But I do have another garden on the other side that isn't even a garden anymore. I had a bunch of cilantro and basil. Excuse me, I lost all the basil though. And I didn't have a dehydrator thing. So now I'm like, I'm ready to go basil grow back so I can make some spices. That's interesting. I had this thing, oh, with the cucumbers, I meant to say that. So with the cucumbers, I made like a solution. There's like this powder stuff that I got. And you use a little bit of that, and then you put like a drop or two of dish soap and then water, and you spray it all over your plants. You know what I'm talking about? I think it's the stuff they use to make beer. I forget the name of it. because I got it when I was still like a newbie, but it was like taking out my cucumber plant and I was able to save it with it. It was actually pretty cool. But the leaves just start to deteriorate, and once it's like on a viney plant like that, it takes over. It was so sad. Oh, geez. That's crazy. Thanks for typing all that out. I know that's a lot. That's crazy. So it's like kind of like fleas. It's kind of like mites, but like not mites, but like mites. Oh my gosh, Bama. That one's gonna go because that's some like fucking like crazy hoodoo calls to the trolls. You're like, okay, Anne will be here in a couple of days. A white baby that's also Vietnamese, the cutest. I love mixed babies. They're just the cutest. They really are. They keep the world interesting. Oh, just the dish soap itself? I'll have to show the bag later. I'm like doing a couple things over here, like never ending. I'm trying to wrap up because next week I'll go back to like more structured stuff, but I did get quite a bit of stuff at the auction, so I'm like gotta make sure that everything is like not over all over the place. Gives me anxiety. But I didn't know that. I have to show the bag of stuff that I have though. It definitely worked. I went and sprayed it all around my whole entire garden. And then I had an ant problem last year. I don't want to bee juice it though. But I got this like ant killer stuff. I'm not a huge fan of anything like that because of wildlife, but it almost looks like little crumbs that you put out, like little bread crumbs. I forget the name of that shit too. It has a little unique name. Shit was kind of expensive, but you don't have to use much of it at all. But it took care of the ants. Plant lice, oh my god. Hold on a second. Alright, sorry. I mean, soft body insect pretty much is like entailing for itself, but I could Google it, but I'm trying to pick your brain because you seem like you know a thing or two, you know. So what is a soft body insect then? What is that considered? No, no more turtles in the pond, Bama. The baby would be cute though, but don't listen to me. Nothing ass though. Sounds crazy. Even when my neighbor puts shit out in the yard, I don't like that with the dogs. And most of the time that shit don't work. I had this crazy plant where the other garden that needs to become an actual garden, I need to put some work in over there. I had this crazy plant for years. I used to call it this devil plant, and I finally took it the fuck out. Like it was a monster. I don't even know what this plant was, but it was just not. It wasn't even a pretty plant. Last person that lived here, they went plant crazy, and I'm pretty sure that's why they moved because the shit fucking started suffocating pipes underneath and stuff. But They planted like anything and everything, and they had no idea what they were planting for sure. And I picked that up throughout the years. But I finally got rid of that plant a couple years ago. I made it into like a little garden, a dry garden section. I try to soil it, but it just doesn't. It's not the best spot for soil. I feel like it's a dry desert type of planting. So I need to look into more plants that will survive that. Like the cilantro and the basil do well over there. And I had an aloe plant doing well that I need to check on because it started doing not well. I brought it back to life entirely and it started growing all these little aloe plants. It looked like so cute. But that plant was nuts. You would chop the branches off and it had like this like almost bleach type shit in it. So if you got that shit on your skin, like it literally would burn. So you have to be like covered taking out this plant. But it brought all these fucking grasshoppers. It was annoying. And wildlife doesn't eat the grasshoppers because they're poisonous. The ones specifically that were coming here, it's like lubber or some shit. But they start out black and then they turn yellow and red. And they're fucking big motherfuckers. Like whenever I cut the grass, they come flying at you and shit. It's like a hell no for me. Oh, because they'll burn it? Are you talking about with the dish soap? I don't know what the fuck you be saying, and I swear you done stole somebody's profile picture too, so you're done. I don't know what the fuck that means. Like, um, so an ant isn't soft body then. Dang, I need to go back to like preschool. You know, when you're a kid, it is cool to kind of learn about like science. I love science class and biology and all that stuff, but there's a lot of stuff you miss when you're like forced to go to school for what? All those years straight, you start to get like jaded by it, you know, and then when it's over and you get wiser, never older. You get wiser like, damn, I wish I did a little bit better in that class or this school. At least that's how I feel. Some classes, though, I always stayed focused. I love psychology classes, and I definitely love my science classes. Math, oh man. I'm like, I know how to count my money. That's about it. Bam, I'm Brady and Auntie. You got turtles in the pond. I missed that. Maybe I missed it for a reason. They would be cute, though. I have some friends and that have mixed babies and stuff, and they're just the cutest. Just the cutest. I wonder with like people that have mixed babies, like, does the baby, because I look like both of my parents, so whenever I go out with my parents, they would always say, oh, you look like your dad, oh, you look like your mom, oh, you look like both of them. But some kids just straight up look like one or the other. Like, there's this chick on 90 Day Fiance, it's a new season, y'all, and the chick has two kids, and one of her kids looks like the dad, and the other one looks just like her. It's wild. And they're like complete opposites. They don't even look like maybe even brother or sister. Yeah. Yeah, Sesame Street. We don't need to go to one, two, three. You deleted that, but I saw it. Literally. That's funny that you said Joe, though. I have to show you later why that's funny. Yeah, I was awful at math. I was really bad at math. Because a lot of that shit you don't need to fucking know. Unless you're becoming a mathematician, you're working in finances. Like, even then, I highly doubt you're doing, like, all these equations and fractions and to the third and no. And then calculators got crazier too. So it's like a lot of people are just learning how to use a calculator, not actually doing the math of these things. So, like, why are we, like, forced to do all of that unless you're leaning towards a career that would be that? I think that they should focus on that in school, like especially in high school when you start to go more into the real world soon, focusing on things like before college that would be of interest and importance to your life to be successful, not all these fucking things that they think you need to know. Are you summoning him, Bama? You like, where you at? You gotta say it right. Double SG. Where you be? Thanks, bunny. Do you have a bunny from space? Or are you the bunny from space? They are. They are my heart. I had a moment this morning where I was like, maybe I want a third dog, and I'm like, damn, you crazy. You don't need a third dog right now. If I had land, for sure, I would rehabilitate dogs that have not been treated well and are considered bad dogs when they're not. It was really the human being a bad dog human, and train them and then find them a forever home. I think it would be hard for the forever home part because I feel like I would bond with the animals, so I don't know how that would work for me. But if I knew that the person was equipped, because I think people need to be trained for the breeds that I have specifically, because there's so much rehoming happening. I think if everyone focused on a breed of dog and we focused on like their skill sets and what they need and how to be trained and loved and appreciated, then like we could really save the dog community and not have a bunch of dogs that are thrown out and not appreciated because of lack of XYZ. Then it could change a lot of things. So it is really sad to look at like places that focus on my dog's breed specifically and all the rehoming that is done, and it's a lot of the same issues that are occurring, like biting and chewing and not listening, or like reactive, or the dog does whatever the heck it wants instead of like the humans like being realistic about it, like I don't have time for this, or I don't have the patience for this, or I need help. There's like a lot of lack of on the humans part, and it's so sad to see. So if I can manifest that, you hear me, YouTube? If I can manifest having some land and having a doggy den for rejects, and I don't even like saying rejects because it sounds so sad, so I'd have to find a replacement word with that. And then, save the dog community where I can. Obviously, I'm one person, but be cool to have like training classes and boarding stuff and be able to maybe make a team out of that, because it does really take a village to make your dreams come true. 5 dogs. Yeah, I have one Dutch Shepherd and a Belgian Malinois, and then I have fishies and birdies and wildlife. Oh, you're the bunny. I had a regular bunny out here for a while. My Dutch used to get so upset because my Dutch is super duper fast, and my Belgian actually never met the bunny, but my Dutch and the bunny would follow each other around, and the bunny, I have a couple of videos of the bunny literally messing with my Dutch, and my Dutch was like not with it, but he's so sweet. He never hurt the bunny. They were like literally friends, absolutely friends. And the bunny was so fast though, like almost take my Dutch's money and run with it. Oh, you have a Mally too? A girl or a boy? What does she look like or he look like? I say dog training. I don't like to say dog training because look at the sea of that shit of like through the internet and all that stuff. I would say animal whisperer, because I just lean into what the animals need, or want, or their behaviorisms. Like I just lean into that because it is a connection thing for me. But I would definitely say that I don't know. I have a touch with animals because when I got my boys, like I got them at different times, and I think even the trainer, and then I eventually met people in the community of those breeds, and there's a lot of ego going on there specifically. Um, and I know that they were all like, she won't last a second. And I'm like, no, y'all are just missing some ingredients to the recipe of training. You're just not seeing that there's things that need to come before the hardcore training because then the dog will listen to you more. And it is kind of cool, like to go back to the events and stuff and the people that have known my dogs before I had them. Not really as much the Belgian because he was still a puppy, but definitely the Dutch. The Dutch was still a puppy too, but he was like phasing out a puppy phase, so he was going to more events to socialize and learn training skills and bite work and a lot of different things. More so than the Belgian when I got him. That's cool that you are too, though. Are you like actively like boarding dogs or I don't know about boarding, but I say that in the sense of like taking dogs in and retraining them. It doesn't even, and I will have to say, training is still upon the owner. Like you can go and ship your dog off and get it trained and stuff, and it definitely will come back in better shape if you have a good trainer. But it's still up to the owner to go in and continue the work of that and have to be the leader of the pack because these breeds specifically too are definitely hella smart and they will outsmart the system. And a Yorkie mix, oh my gosh. To throw that one in there too. Wow, that sounds crazy. 4 girls and 1 boy. Who's the boy? Oh, you work for an organization. That's cool. Yeah, I never say like dog trainer. I don't want to be in the sea of that bullshit, but I definitely I definitely feel like I would do some justice. So to manifest that dream one day, I've considered some like training here, like with some of the organizations here as well. Like they do like fostering, of course, but I don't think I would be a good foster. I would end up keeping them all, and I need some more space before I can do all that. These two run the house in the backyard, and thankfully I have some open space back here, but my neighbors are crazy, so it's not as enjoyable as I would like it to be. So I definitely need some land before I would do that. But the Belgian was going to be a foster, and I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna. I probably will end up keeping him because I haven't even met him yet, and I already know that. And that's exactly what happened. I was supposed to watch him for a weekend, and I was like, actually, I'm in love. Oh, the shepherd's, the boy. That's cute. I'm sure they're so cute together with the Mel. That's awesome. That's a full house, dude. It is hard to find probably a really well-bred Dutchie. I think they could be bred well, but it also falls off of like skill set from both mom and dad. And as always, definitely for the human, because the human needs to be be in shape for it. Get the day fired up. James, thanks for stopping in. For real. Good vibes always. I appreciate you letting me pick your brain. Get the day fired up. Rock your day. Don't let it rock you. Have a blessed one. And I'm going to try to actually live later. I got some stuff I need to do too. Today's more of a slower morning than this whole week has been, but I definitely, I appreciate you stopping in, and we'll chat again soon. Have a blessed day. Oh, they're both nuts. That's where I think that the dog community that I kind of like I thought I was going to lean upon when I got both of them, because I got them a year apart or less than a year apart from each other. And they're just like, it's ego. It's like nuts. Dutchies have high energy. They're not bred for the weak. I think people see these fucking videos about how cool they are and their skill set and temperaments and stuff, but you have no fucking clue if you've never owned one. And then same with Belgians. If you've never owned a Belgian, you have no freaking clue. And people get them, and you got little Tasmanian devils, and you're lost, and the cuteness wears off, and you're like, oh shit, like, because every puppy is cute. And I think that a lot of people don't even go straight up to like getting one that's already been abandoned, because they already know what time it is. So they go to a puppy and then they have no fucking clue and train them like shit, aka don't train them at all. And you have a monster. You literally have a monster. Like, no joke. How is it with 5 dogs though? Do you have a bunch of area where they can run? I'm gonna look that up real quick too, because I'm making sure I'm thinking of the right snizzer. Okay, exactly what I was thinking of. It's like the ones that do like dog events and stuff too. Oh, you got like some pretty dogs. They remind me of little Scotty dogs, but like on steroids. Yeah, but it didn't full circle for me until recently. It's all because of Cairo finding Osama bin Laden or whatever. And that's so fucking sad, because these dogs have been slept on too. And then the popularity rose for them. So it became a trend. And then all of a sudden you don't care as much about the dog, or you're literally just flipping dogs around that have abandonment issues for fun. And I've seen a lot of different sadness happen within both breeds. All dog breeds though. Like, I never want to like say like, oh, just them two, but yeah, all dog breeds, even German shepherds. Shepherds had a huge popularity for a while. Golden retrievers, a lot of things that like were surrounded around like movie based things. And it's so sad. There's still like a soul that needs you to hone in on what they need. I am grateful that both of my boys are like yin and yang, but they do so much alike, because it's like monkey see monkey do being with each other. But they're a good mesh of like crazy and chill. Like, my Belgian is definitely more chill about things sometimes than my Dutch, but then my Dutch is way more chill about things than my Belgian at times. Yeah, Maniacs is a good one. It is good that they gatekeep a little bit, but the popularity is really like, it's gone up, and it's so sad. I actually had no fucking clue at all when I got my Dutchie. I had some stuff happen in the neighborhood, and I finally had like a freer schedule, so to speak, to have a dog because I tried to rescue a dog years ago, but I was like, look, I really don't have time, and I didn't fall in love with a dog at at the shelter. That sounds sad, but I felt like it was a universe thing, and then I fast forward and a lot of shit popped off, and I was like, maybe I should get a dog, and I end up I don't know. And it was like the same thing with the fostering. I was like, look, if I'm taking the dog in, I'm taking the dog in. I'm not gonna like be like, oh, let me take him for a little bit and you can have him back. So the person I got the dog from was like aware of that and was fine, paid him and literally had some more crazy stuff happen in the neighborhood, and I felt bad that like it was just like me and him, but at the same time it was good that it was me and him for a little while because we needed to focus on like companionship and like literal like what do you need from me, and like let's focus on what communication looks like for us, which it worked out perfectly because when I got my Belgian I was like I was ready. I was like, all right, I could do another one, but a whole different breed, but so similar. It's crazy. I really want an Afghan one day, primarily because it kind of there's a couple that kind of look like my Dutchie with long hair, and it would be so cute. And I've always wanted an Afghan. I'm a tall woman, so like I like big dogs. I would really like to have more big dogs, to be honest. I would even throw a Beethoven in there just because I love the movie Beethoven. See, it's like a human thing, what you see and stuff. But I don't know. I think like the dog show stuff would be kind of cool. Like me and my Belgian, like my Dutch is amazing too. I never sleep on him. But my Belgian loves to like dog dance. Like and he's real good at it. Like he loves it. I don't know if it's because I came into his life and still puppy time and we just really, really bonded. So dog dancing all day. My Dutch is like, I'm out. Like we still do training and stuff, but he's more about like, I don't know. It's a different training. But I would never sleep on any breed, really. Like if it's a dog that comes to me, like my mom lives out in the woods and stuff and has animals come to her all the time that are like injured, and I feel like that's just like a guided way, like they're guided to us like in this life, like animals that need us too. You make the decision ultimately, but like I do think animals cross our paths for different reasons. So I mean, I would be open to any animal that would need me ultimately, but if I'm out there like potentially considering, I don't know, I definitely would do another Dutch or another Mali if I were to get another dog at any time soon at this point. But if I get land or when I get land, the doors are open. They all have different personalities. Husky have been like they used to not be like that. I felt like I had a friend that had an angel husky, so maybe I just like always remember her. She was so smart too. But people really need to factor in all that fur. Like it's not really fair for them to be in hot climates and stuff like that. I've seen those. I have seen the long hair ones. And they're so beautiful. I say that now, but my boys aren't long hair and they leave me hair. So, but I keep them very maintained. Like we're grooming pretty often. I would say more than most, but I say that now, but they leave me a lot of hair, so I can't imagine like a long haired dog to some degree because you really have to stay on top of grooming. You don't want to get like like dreads in the hair and shit. I'm glad you found the channel. I don't know if you just found us scrolling up in the algorithm, but good chat, honestly. I like hearing about like other dog houses, like with personalities, and you definitely have a full house. How long have you've always had a full house, or when was the last time you got a dog? Yeah, you know me well already. Yeah, I think that's where the universe is letting me like just sit on that for a second, because you obviously have to take care of everybody as well. So I would never take in anything that I know I'm not going to take care of. Younger me, it would still probably try to make it work, but like growing up and stuff, I've always had a lot of animals. Like I moved a lot too, so my animals like were something that I knew was always coming with me. So I value it differently, and I grew up with shepherds. I always say this, but my parents were friends with breeders, and I swear they were Belgian Malinois, and they just were calling them shepherds because that's a common mistake. But I had the dad who was all black and looks just like my black Belgian, and then the puppy. They said she was a German shepherd, but she honestly looked like a Belgian with a black face, brown body. Smartest dog. She tried to save me from the pool. I was like pretending to drown as a kid, and she jumped over a fence. My dad was cutting somebody's yard, and they let me swim in their pool, and she jumped over the fence to try to save me. She was a smart dog. Loved her so much, but her daddy always getting into trouble. The neighbors were always bitching about the dad, like nonstop. But the breeders spoke just German, and I grew up with them for a while. Like we like must have rented like a tiny house on their lot. I vaguely remember, I was so young, but I remember we had a little house off of their like house, and I used to be able to hang out with all the dogs, and they spoke German and stuff. It was so cool. It was pretty cool, and a lot of them speak German now. Oh, how's the Yorkie doing with all the monsters though? What do you think it's mixed with? Yorkies are fucking nuts. Like the chick across the street has one every now and then that I think she watches. God, little man syndrome. The thing is nuts. We had a Yorkie actually attack us in the front yard, and the lady just fucking stood there. And I said, "Look, lady, it takes one drop of the word, and the dog's done. The dog's like trying to bite us and shit." Thank God my boys listened to me, because I didn't want a bloodbath, you know? Even though that little shit was trying to kill us, like, it's still like 2 pounds and stuff. And I would never want to see an animal like beat up regardless. But at the same time, like, what the hell? That's nice that you took them in, though. You seem like the person to take in a bunch of dogs. Oh, another a giant schnauzer. And so what kind of trainings do you do? Like obedience, or do you volunteer at the organization, or are you there all the time? Is it easier to find someone at that point? That's crazy. Shepherds are German shepherds specifically. I feel really bad for at this day of time too, because that's another dog that gets thrown to the shelters a lot, and most of the time they really are aggressive because they're a dog that latches on like to their human, and that's pretty sad. Like that's ultimately sad when they they become little monsters. I actually do really value, I know a few of them that like I value the trainers that take in the dogs that are really aggressive, that have a lot of issues, and hone in on it and change a dog around. Those people are heaven sent. Have you seen the poodle mouths? Those things look silly. Oh, I'm glad she's not a yappy dog. Oh yeah, she's a girl too, because you just had the one boy. I said if I was gonna get another dog, I think it'd have to be a boy too, because I feel like a girl being harassed by my boys or something, like I don't think that would be. I almost did get a girl Dutch. but one of these little heathens in the dog community found out that I wanted her. She looked just like my boys. She swooped in, took the dog, and the guy specifically said he wanted me to have the dog because he knew that she would get washed up in the dog flipping bullshit and not find a forever home. And they just didn't have time for her, and they were honest about it, but it's still like sad, another dog story. And then the girl ends up taking the dog, and they would bring it to events to kind of like rub it in wounds and stuff. And I'm like, you know what? If she has a good home, then I'm about it. But I know you're a piece of shit, so it's not going to be what happens. And that's not what happened. She ended up flipping the dog, and she got the dog for free. Even more disgusting, she made it seem like she trained the dog and shit, flipped the dog, and then the dog continues to have abandonment issues when she could have had a forever home here. But everything happens for a reason, so I won't harp on it. But it is sad to see that as a common trend with all breeds. Oh, for service dogs, that's cool. Do you get commonly like what? Probably like golden retrievers. What's the coolest service dog? Is there like a list of what could be a service dog? But what's the coolest service dog you've seen, like breed wise? Yeah, I was nervous when I got my Belgian because they are both boys, obviously. And my Dutchie grew up in like he was a street dog, but when they took him in and stuff, he was staying in a house that had other dogs, and he was getting a little nippy, but I think that's because things weren't focused on. That's a whole nother story in itself. But he was getting a little nippy with the other dogs, so the guy actually wasn't like super like upset if I took him in and wanted to keep him type of thing, because I still was like, I don't know, there was a lot of stuff happening. But anyways, as mentioned, I was like, if I take him in, I'm taking him in. So he was not attached to the Dutchie like that. Later on, he was like wanting him back, and I'm like, fuck no. I fixed the things that you didn't, and now you want him back. And I'm not, that's not happening for me. He is my heart. But anyways, what was I saying? Damn it, forgot what I was saying. Oh, later on he was like, "Are you sure they really get along?" And then he wanted to evaluate it. I think he was thinking that I just maybe want another dog, because they probably see it all the time, or I know they do now. But people get excited, and then dogs are okay for a second, and then all of a sudden they start getting territorial. But my Belgian was still a puppy. I think he was like probably like 3 months old. So they ended up meshing really well. My Dutch understood like he's a puppy, and was like excited to have a friend, and because he was always in a pack, so I did kind of feel bad in that scenario too. But I always wondered what it was better, if to get another male or not. I thought another male, so that way they don't these two don't fight over a girl. So I don't want them to be duking it out. I would never give my dog back. I've had him for years now. The guy can just ride that out and figure that out. I'm like, you can see him whenever you want. And every time we see him, both of them remember the guy. When the guy dropped off the Belgian, he was going out of town for the weekend, and he was like, okay, well, try it out. He was trying to push the Belgian on me, but I still just wasn't sure, because I was like, wait a minute, am I ready for this? And I know I'm not going to be a foster, so. And I ended up taking him in, and I knew that was probably going to work out. But my Belgian, as soon as he met my Dutch, was not fucking with it. Like, and the Dutch came first at that point. No offense to the Belgian, but I was like, oh no, he hurt my baby now. Like, not a chance. But he looked way bigger than what he was. And I told the trainer, I'm like, are you sure you think I'm ready for this? Like, I don't know. And he's like, you'll be fine. And he walked away, like to leave, and the Belgian cried a little bit, And then I had this whole bonding moment with the Belgian right then and there, like it's okay, just hug me. And he fell in love with me, I fell in love with him, and everything was fine. Like, I think he understood that, like, the Dutch was here first, and there was an alpha, like, I hate to say it like that, but there was an alpha lineup. And the Belgian's more like, I don't know, he just lets the Dutchie do his thing. So they never get into it. Sometimes they'll play fight and stuff, but we thank God, knock on all the wood, they're just like lovers. Sometimes I'm like, are y'all brothers or lovers or whatever? But it just works. Oh yeah, she would definitely be spayed 100%. Most of the places do that anyways, if you go and get it, or unless you're getting it from a breeder as a puppy, obviously. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't had a female dog as an adult, so I don't know about all the heat cycle shit. I can imagine that would be awful, and I don't think I'd want to see them go through that. The boys I feel a bit different about. Um, I'm not actively breeding them, but if it was like a health issue or something, or like a behaviorism that cannot be changed, like, or corrected, then that could be different, but it just depends. But females, I definitely feel different about. Like, that's awful. Cats are a whole nother story, but I also sound like a dying dog still, or dying horse. So I'm like, excuse my frog throat. Thanks for the tips. I did wonder about the female because I was like, maybe it'd be a balance because there is a female dog that both of them grew up with for amount of time. Because the trainer had my Belgian for like a week or two or something before I got him, and I actually uh, I actually had wondered because she is alpha. Anytime the boys are around her, it's like mad respect. Like, and she's a Dutchie, and they pretty much like kiss her toes. So I had wonder. I just didn't want it to be like she's my girlfriend, not your girlfriend type of thing, and I never want problems between them two because I got lucky that they get along. Good to know. Oh, your dog is. I didn't see that. I was like, did he answer that? Oh, your dog is a service dog. That's cool. You may be biased, but I honestly think that's pretty cool too. Like, I want to hear about that because kind of like typical service dogs are. I see a lot of Goldens and Labs. You are right, Labs. Poodles. That's interesting. I'm not really a poodle person. I'm not like anti poodle. I love all animals, but I'm not really a poodle person. I've seen a couple of those poodle Mal mix, which is so sad, but I don't know. Not for me. Good to know. I've definitely been tossing that around. I really thought the dog that I wanted a few years ago would have been a really good mix for the boys. We did like a dog event, and they were chill with her too. Like, very, very chill with her. But she started getting really, there were a couple things that I had noticed, like, because Belgians, as you know, are very vocal. Yeah, I've seen those mixes a little bit more often than I would have enjoyed. And some of them are like hideous. And I'm like, but why are we allowing that kind of breeding to happen? I'm not anti-breeding for obvious reasons, but it has taken over and it should be like maintained better 100% for the animal's sake. Do you have a channel? Do you post any of your pups? I'm like, give me some tiblets on some service dog training. I think my Belgian could have been a really good service dog, but and both of them have done bite work. But he's definitely, both of them could be emotional support. I do know a Belgian that is a an emotional support type of dog at a hospital, and he just loves the kids. It's like the cutest. Oh, that's interesting. I got this dog card trivia almost type of thing that I want to start to input in the lives. Maybe like a card a day, and it has informational stuff on it. It's pretty cool, but I haven't heard of that Belgian. Lacanos? Lacanos? Probably saying it wrong, like people say Malinois wrong, but they're like Malinois. Similar, but it looks like lake, but not lake. I'm gonna look those up though. Oh my God, no way. They kind of look like the Irish hound dogs. There's a lady that lives in my neighborhood or the next neighborhood, I don't know, but she has one of those guys. She has a huge dog. I want to like see her sometime to ask her, but I see her in passing. She has a huge dog. It looks like a wolf, but almost like a maybe a Dutch, but it's like just huge that I don't think it is a Dutch. But she also has a Irish hound dog and a golden retriever, and then there's another dog. Lack noise, lack of noise. We make a joke about Sesame Street on here, and I feel like I'm going to Sesame Street right now to learn. How long have you been doing training for? Lakewa? I better say this shit right if I'm trying to do these trivia cards. I'm gonna have to Google pronounce it later. It throws me off. I was sitting there making fun of people on how they say it, and now I'm sitting here saying it all butchered. Yeah. I've had like literally no coffee yet, so I'm like, oh man. I'm gonna go on my live with my little trivia cards, butchering it. I'll Google it later. I'm like, I promise I got a couple brain cells. Lacking, lacking wa. To be continued. Good chat. Yeah, I don't know if you have anything on your channel, and check out your dogs. But good chat, man. Or woman. It's definitely good vibes. I like to hear. Someone was in here yesterday that trains with Belgians. They're in the, I think, military, and they have a girl Belgian, and talking about how they jump from planes and stuff, and or not planes, helicopters. I'm assuming it was like numbers. I was like, I'm gonna assume that's a helicopter with a bunch of Belgian stuff, because obviously they've converted over to that breed more. That is not her name. I could talk dogs all day too. really anything animals. I'm a birder as well, so that's really funny you said magpie because I go to a channel, a bird channel community. Magpie Manor, love them. They're the best people ever, and we just all watch birds and talk. It's cool, but that's really awesome. That's her name. Are you from Australia? Oh, Canada. Okay. Wear a boot. That's awesome. We've been getting Canadians in here recently, more so. I love that. I saw maybe you've seen it. There's a my Dutch is chasing his bone. Get it. I there's a Canadian chick in a bus type of thing that serves coffee. I don't know if you've seen her on YouTube. Maybe you've seen her in real life. She's always out there serving coffee and drinks and stuff, and she's just like this cute little ball of energy. It's pretty cool. But every time I hear Canada, I'm like, oh, Degrassi, and then Jimmy Drake. Super happy. Like, you know what I'm talking about? Like, shout out to her for that ball of energy. I wouldn't, I try, but no, that she just nails it. I really hope she pours into her cup too to rejuvenate being like such a happy vibe giver to all. Yeah, I've seen her a few times. I haven't seen her recently, but I haven't doom scrolled in a while. So she's probably still out there doing it for sure. But she just seems so happy, and I spent a lot of time being a barista, so I really value that kind of energy. There was someone at Starbucks that I worked with for a while, and when I worked with her, I just couldn't understand it. I was like, "Where ain't nobody got time for this right now." But I valued it differently when I left because I was like, you know what? The world needs more people that really seem like they just really have good energy to give. But I hope those people are giving back to themselves because sometimes I wonder, since they give so much. Yeah, I haven't doom scrolled in a while. I honestly don't know how to doom scroll to lives because I do kind of like when I scroll, I like to see other people's lives of what are they doing, like not to compare, but just get an idea of like just naturally being me because I do all kinds of stuff on this channel, fishing, birding, dogging, arts and crafts, story time, laughs, all the things. So I'm just all over the place. So you'll see a mix of things here, but I don't know how to get to lives unless somebody that I'm subscribed to, which I don't subscribe to that many people, and only a couple of them live anyways. So if they're living, maybe I can get a doom scroll in there, but then I'm probably gonna go hang out with them. So I'm like, yeah, sometimes that happens, but I try to stay away because that shit's time consuming, and I don't social media besides this. A lot of crazy people on live. I've seen some fucking wild shit. That's why I'm like, don't put yourself in a box ever. I go by Dutchy around here, but I'm like, Dutchy, just do it. Just naturally be you. And my lives have been interesting the last like week and a half. I did a fishing live last week and things started getting a little crazy with the trolls and stuff. It's like it's like a bat signal out there to them and shit. It's wild. But I do value like people like yourself that come in too, and I always value my mods. Shout out to my mods. But I value people that come in that like have stories about dogs as well, because that's where the channel originated from. I was like doing other things, and then I realized I was like spreading myself then doing this and this and this, because a lot of people have like niches that they stick to on YouTube, you know. But I don't want to be put in a box. I just want to like just be me, find some cool people along the way. I like spiritual stuff too, so I just doing whatever. And a lot of people come for the dogs. I'd like to say some people come for me. Arts and crafts, like I have like a mix of energy around here, but always looking for the good energy. Yeah, not me. Oh, actually, I don't know if I should know that. I'm gonna test run that. Because I told myself I was like it's probably good that I don't figure that out because I don't ever want to compare myself anyways, but sometimes I like to meet other people, and if my people are living, because only a few of the people that I follow are subscribed to live, my other peeps that I subscribe to don't always live. They just have a channel. I just support them, whatever. But I'm like, okay, if I get to it. But like I said, if my people are on, I usually will just stay in their live and give them watch hours back. Oh yeah. It's not all about dogs, but it's definitely a good portion. That's like a little pie graph of the percentages. I have no idea, but they vary on the daily. But they're always around, so they're always in the picture all the time. I have a few people that come in specifically for the dogs, and I love that too because it's like they're just like cuties. They deserve all the extra love that you just didn't get before here, you know? Yeah, all the support. He's like wagging his tail. He's like, yeah. I'm like, hold on. We'll say hi. My phone's like starting to croak. It's almost like me. I was like, is it gonna be on front camera? Hold on. We had a piece of shit in the backyard this morning, and this guy was like, we don't do that here. We don't. Hippity hoppity. Say hello. He has a Malgo. Is your Mal spayed? Oh yes, yes. We're just good pups. My Dutch is probably on his bed. Hey, come say hi. I'm using my other phone, so the quality's pure trash. Well, this is my Dutchie. They almost look alike, which that's what I loved. Definitely different eyes. But for people that don't know the differences between them, you'd never be able to tell. You just wouldn't. Right? You good boy. He's crazy. He's my wild child wild card. For sure. He's extreme mama's boy. The Dutch is like he's never far for sure. And anytime I like move and get up, it's always an adventure. It's like adventure time, let's go. But my Belgian is 100% Velcro child. 100%. What are you doing? Where are you at? Yeah. Oh, look at that. Brother love. Yeah. Good pup. Thank you so much. Only 12 months. Interesting. That's interesting. That's cool. Oh, 5. So he's still young. He's still like in his prime. Yeah, the brindle coloring's cool because he's just got it like everywhere, but not everywhere. It blends in. Like he almost looks like black just here, but then he has like blonde highlights. His like brindle. I love his legs. He's just the cutest. He's like yeah yeah yeah. He's not as much into the camera as the Belgian. The Belgian's a little show off, but the Dutch is just like I'm too beautiful for this. He's so spoiled now. You know, a lot of these dogs get crated all the time, and I'm not a crater. And I we have it, and it's open all the time, and they'll like go lay in it, but it's always open door. And whenever I wash their beds, like they're so spoiled, like they'll look at me like, where do we lay? So spoiled. I still don't do couches. They don't get on the couches, but I did get this giant ass beanbag thing yesterday. And I'm like, that this might be like a bonding thing for us. Like we can be on it together. But yeah, they don't they the Dutch came not getting on furniture, and I just wrote it out because I was like, I kind of like that because they're crazy. Like they run around, and I can only imagine them jumping and diving on the couch and ripping holes in it. So I'm not against that by far. So I'm like, all right, all right. But they have their beds. They have a huge like one of those circle chair cushion things. But the chair part got busted up. Someone gave it to me, and I thought I could maybe fix it, and I was like, this is a fucking nightmare. So I ended up keeping the bed, the cushion, and this was before I got my dogs. I was like, maybe I'll just get another bottom part so it holds the chair because I had one of those as a kid and I love that chair so much. And ended up getting my dogs, and they love it so much. Yeah, um, they honestly were extremely underweight when I got them. They were street dogs, and then I don't think they were fed well at all. Maybe in the transition, I don't know. I get a little worked up talking about it, but we've come a long way on our journey. That's for sure. I stepped into my mom role, and I was like, you can't be teeny tiny. I look at some of the videos from the beginning, and I'm just like, oh my gosh. But we did wait. We weighed ourselves recently, and everyone has gained another 2 to 3 pounds. So I'm like, all right, cool. They're definitely very, very active. Like, you see how fast they are. Like, you know how fast they are. Like the Dutch and the mouse. So they take off. It's just like bing, bing, bing. So to be extremely like underweight and be working yourself like that and being trained what they were in the beginning before me and stuff, you're not gaining weight that way. You're gonna lose weight. So definitely we're active on that. I was like, all right, you're gonna get all the goodies. I've thought about before. I was just feeding them extra food, but they have those dog proteins. But I do have mixed feelings about the dog proteins. I'm like, I don't know. Everything always has these recalls and shit now. So, but they definitely get hooked up on some chicken every now and then. You know what I mean? Good stuff. We do high protein foods. Yeah, I didn't know if Purina was still good because when I was a little girl, Purina was the thing. Um, and then shit brands that people get, but um, I thought that they had a lot of controversy like throughout the years. Is that wrong? Some of them do get overweight though. I'll have people say they look skinny, and I'm like, yeah, but they're extremely lean. Like they have so much muscle, it's insane. Like their quads and their legs, like they don't miss leg day. Extremely lean, and the way that both of them have a stance when they're standing, you can just see like the cuts. It's good stuff. But it's good that they've gained weight on that and they're still lean. They're not like not active. The neighborhood stuff is a little crazy. One whack job tried to take my Dutch before I got the mail. Before I got the mail, Won't go into that because it works me up, but um yeah, it was like I forgot what I was saying to that because I started thinking about it. I was like, damn. What was I saying, Pup? Excuse me, because I've had a long week, so my brain is just like still catching up with everything, and I have so much stuff on my like plate out here. I've gone to auctions last week, so like I've been been trying to make sure I don't become a hoarder. So my brain is all like a scatterbrain. It's like, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. There was a point to that. So I never just want to talk about this shit, but what was I saying? I forget. I know that this wasn't what I was saying, but we were getting some stuff like they're so thin, like, oh my gosh, or they say the same shit about me too. And I'm like, we don't give a shit. We're actually going up, so it's fine for everyone as long as we're doing our part and making sure. Then I think it is important because I do see a lot of like overweight dogs in general. Oh, that's what I was saying. Um, since the whack job tried to take the dogs and stuff, I don't. They're so good. They can be off leash and run around and listen and stuff, but there are quite a few of these whack jobs in here that have fucking crazy dogs, or their dogs are on leash when they walk them. There's so many different like things happening with that. That when they try to take my Dutch, I kind of like was like, okay, protection mom mode, like they're protective dogs, but I am like mama bear and will not. That's a no for me. Another reason why I got the Belgian too, because I was like, oh no, we need like a buddy system going on here. Oh, yeah, because they definitely cannot handle a lean one. Absolutely. I agree with that 100%. 100%, but they're also just feeding them like steak all the time or like french fries and chili dogs, and I'm like, that's not what dogs should be eating. I think if you do give them anything, it should be like, not seasoned chicken. Like you can get protein from that. And I've seen people feed their dogs like raw chicken. I'm not with that because salmonella and shit, but I've seen dogs fed that way and they look lean, but I also am not rich, so I'm like, y'all get some chicken, Go and get a rotisserie chicken, bake some chicken here. I eat chicken a lot, so they definitely get hooked up with that. Or like bone broth, the good stuff. Make some bone broth, and then I have to put water or bone broth like in their food because they're monsters. No matter what, they act like they've never eaten. I have even the little puzzle food thing, little maze, because they just inhale their food, like inhale, like they'll start choking and shit. It's awful. They definitely both were like runts or something, and or not fed as much before me. So they value every dinner, and I will never miss breakfast or dinner. They were always on time. They're military dogs for sure. I was like, what the hell? You are absolutely right. No, not David. I'm American. How are you? You're absolutely right, though. You have to just brush it off. But when I do look at the original videos of my Dutch, like, it's sad because I have some really cool videos, like when I first got him, but he was teeny tiny. I'm glad that we've come a long way throughout the last few years. Teeny tiny, and he's fast. Like, he'll spin around and outrun you like 50,000 times before you even get a lap. He is so fast. But the Belgian, I think it encourages him even more to be faster. And sometimes the Belgian has moments of like keeping up with the Dutch, and then that encourages the Dutch to be faster. It's an interesting treat. I think anyone would be scared of that for sure. They don't play. They're definitely yin and yang. I like the balance between them. Both crazy and cute. I'm good. Oh, we had some weird shit happen this morning. So, yeah, me and the pups are a little like, wait a minute. My Dutch though is like a silent K, you know? The Belgian? No, he's absolutely not. Like he was extremely reactive when I first got him too, and very prey driven. And I'm Snow White, so the play driven shit isn't gonna work here. Like no, you can't be. You can herd RD the animals, like not RT the animals. You know? Okay. Well, we don't see him. And he's good though. His eyesight though, like this morning, there's a little shit reactive dog here. There's many of them, but uh, they know before we even like encounter the dogs that have been common like drama starters essentially. So it's been interesting to like hone in on that too because their timing, it's crazy. They start to like get prepared for it, and I've just like I've noticed that, and I'm like, wow, like you're letting me know we're about to approach something. Animals will tell you so much, like, and you just have to like really know your animals. That's for sure. Yeah, what is a wind sprite? Three of them, all boys, one girl. How's that? How's that? I have to look those up. Oh, is that their names? That's cool. I feel like I've seen your name before. Have you been in here before, David? Paul wife. I'm like hearing someone, but I don't see them. And he's hearing them too. He's like, hold on. And we've had so much stuff in this neighborhood happen that they are extreme guard dogs. It's crazy. But when we go out, it's different. It's different. This neighborhood, animals know energy, man. They know. They can tell when you're scared. They can tell if you're harmful. They can tell if you're a POS. They definitely know. They are protectors, that's for sure. They're doing their job, but my job is to protect them too. So I it's interesting. And a lot of the people in the neighborhood like judge me too. They're like, oh, she's got working dogs. And I'm like, yeah, stay the fuck away from my house. Thanks. You should be scared. Like the dude that tried to get in, he was like literally like, get rid of those dogs. Like you don't need those dogs. And I'm like, yeah, because you want to fucking break into my house. Like, stay away from my fucking house. Thanks. But the one that tried to take the Dutch, she got a dog too. So I'm pretty sure she took that dog from someone else. Really sick in the fucking head. And I ended up calling my vet to kind of tell them. I was asking about different questions too, but I was like, by the way, there's this like allegedly dog napper because another lady told me that lady took her dog. And then I started feeling, before she told me that, I started feeling like they were trying to take my Dutch. I was like, is that how I'm off leash and run around with me in the garden, whatever? And he's so good. So I'm like, you deserve your freedom. Like, you don't need to be tied up. Like, and literally, they were lingering nonstop. And it was a guy and a woman. And the guy was like fucking creepy as fuck, dude. Like super fucking creepy. And it really doesn't even matter if you look creepy, but like doing that to a woman, whether you look creepy or not, is just like, what are you doing? But the woman was like even more obsessed. Like it's an energy. They like, breathe the same air all the time. So they're both whack jobs. But they were obsessed. Like here all the time. They were leaving golf balls in the yard and shit too. And he came like almost to my property and was like trying. I was like behind the plant, so I don't think he saw that I saw him. And he was like trying to call my dog in. And the other lady too, the one that says that this lady stole her dog, and she came and told me that after, because I was like, they are trying to take him. I was like, I knew that they were up to some shit, just didn't know what shit, you know? And then I started finding the golf balls, like the whole fucking thing. But I'm like, my people know, don't get her started. Because it still pisses me off. Like, I saw her yesterday, and then I saw the dude. I was doing yard work last week, and I was on my live, and I think he thought I was talking to myself. And he was standing out there. He had his fucking phone out and shit. And I was like, this dude's fucking recording me. And swish and listen to it, because I was like, I feel like I'm being watched. And I was. He was standing there. And then as soon as I told my live, I was like, hold on, I need to actually film this dude, because he started pretending to put something in the grass, but I felt like he was fucking with me, because they know, like, they're trying to get like under my skin, and I was like, oh, you're pretending to do what you were doing before and got caught on camera. So I eventually ended up telling the lady, like, I have fucking cameras, you're an idiot, you need to stay away from my house. And it changed. She pretended to pick up dog poop out here on fucking camera, literally puts a golf ball instead, leaves the dog shit, throws away a bag in my trash can, touches my trash can. And I go outside. I don't see this yet. I was just tired of seeing her. So I went outside and I was like, you need to stay the fuck away from my house. Like, I see you more than my surrounding neighbors. Like, you're a fucking whack job. Take your ass the fuck home. She's like strong arming me, right? Like this. She's like, fuck you, bitch. And I'm like, that's how you know you're doing something wrong. Never even talked to you, but yet I'm seeing you here all the time. She was like filming my house. Like, it was a lot of weird stuff. I'm like peeling now from the sun. Y'all really put up with me around here. Anyways, but I was like, maybe I should get another dog, because I was like, I don't know. I think he needs a buddy system. I don't want them to feel like he's like alone, or I don't know. And I started feeling fucking weird from that shit too. So I was like, I'm out of here. But yeah, it was a whole thing, a lot of things. But the lady that got her dog stolen by that lady told me that, like, days after I was seeing them here every day, but like after I saw him putting the stuff in the ground and he was like trying to call my dog over, I was like, oh hell no, they're on some shit. And literally the day later, or 2 days later, the other one that got her dog stolen came trotting over here, couldn't wait to tell me that she stole her dog and all this stuff. And there's a little spot over here that, like, is not, it doesn't even look like a walking area. And I mentioned that that lady walks over there and just stares, because you can see my property from that side. And she like hides in the fucking bushes, like the fucking weird shit, or she'll just stand there. Like, she's on something for sure. But yeah, I told the other whack job, like, oh, she goes over here, never waves. So never waving too is a huge red flag for me, especially if, like, it's such an easy thing to be done. If I'm seeing you all the time and you are like a genuine person, neighbor, or whatever, we don't need to talk. You can just do a little wave and we just move on, you know? And I've been here almost 10 years, so I've seen like all these people, and this one just comes out of the woodwork after I try to help the neighborhood about this little pest robbing everyone. It just made it worse for me. It was so much worse. So big lessons learned. But ultimately, they're friends. The two whack jobs are friends. She said she stole her dog, but she's friends with this lady. And I'm like, I would not be fucking friends with someone that took my dog. And they live literally diagonal across the street from each other. And this lady never puts her dog on leash. Like, the dog is always off leash, like, all throughout the neighborhood. But other people get bitched at for their dog. So I'm like, why can this lady do this, you know? It's because it's the HOA just being cocksuckers, essentially. No surprise there. But I couldn't believe that. I was like, but when I found out that they were friends, oh, both of them were like playing foiled, you know? And then they ended up calling the cops on me. It was this whole thing. Anyways. No, you just need to just back it up. You back it up. What? Warts? What the fuck? Oh shit, I get what you're saying. I was like, who the fuck said anything about that? Hold on, let me go up. Let me go up. I went on a whole thing. See, it's awful. There's like someone else hanging. All boys. Wow. And two of them are intact. Interesting. They all get along. Have they all been around each other since they were puppies? I'm gonna have to look up the Silken Windhounds. That sounds cool. How old are they? Rabbits. Oh no. I was talking about rabbits this morning. My Dutch had a friendship with a rabbit. They were literally friends though. Oh my gosh, that would be a no for me. Yeah, I wouldn't want. If people are hunting and stuff, each is their own and stuff, I don't want my animals hunting. Like in what you have to be a good trainer too, or a good animal whisperer as well, because what stops them from just grabbing anything at that point, you know? I'm against it because wildlife does carry a lot of different things. And overall, I'm against it because animal crime is just not not gonna work for me. Fishing is as far as it goes for me, and if I'm not eating it, I'm not putting it in my box or my cooler. I'm gonna put it back out in the ocean because the ocean has a problem with being used and abused. You know what I mean? You're hidden forever. How does that feel? Do you feel special? Yeah, you want to clean my teeth? I would say that's the first around here. I'm like peeling from all this sun. I don't know, bunnies. It's when I come back in. I've noticed this recently. It's some channel. It's like some energy. It like starts to like hocus pocus, and I'm like nose. None of that. None of that. I need to. I need to use my word, Bigfoot. You know. No, you you've got the name confused. It says good Dutchy boy, but if you know, you know. And if you don't know what a Dutchy is, you should learn, but maybe not, because then you may get one and not know what you're doing and then be part of the problem. But I'm clearly a girl. Check out my channel. Don't be an asshole. And if you are, you'll be hidden forever. How about those apples? But Anthony, wouldn't that give that to the dogs of the dog park? I thought you were getting weird, Anthony, so I was gonna actually hide you, but then I realized you said some shit. I don't know. Yeah, Bunny, it's just like something that happens. My poor peeps have experienced that when I've been living at night. I didn't live yesterday, but I was literally like almost an hour behind probably on the live the other night. It was too much. Too much. Anthony, don't get hidden. My nostril hairs? Maybe. We all have them. Pink eye? I don't have fucking pink eye. The hell? That's y'all not washing your hands after the bathroom. Little nasties. Yeah, my lips are pretty dry. Too bad I'm not like, on a mission to find like true love on YouTube. But it's okay. Now you'll be hidden and never be able to say shit again. Here I was trying to give you a chance. My bad. It's okay. It's better to, like I said, weave through the nonsense because I find good souls through the bullshit. And shout out to the ones that stay when the bullshit pops off. Hey, from Australia. What up? How's the birds? How's the magpies? The cockatoos? Oh, shit. Oh, and the capybaras. Love them. I said this so many times, but Fell in love with the capybaras. I love the kookaburras, but the capybaras, from watching this show, this chick like had one living with her, and she was like kind of like trying to force him to like get in her bed. And he was looking at her like, can you fucking get out first, and then I'll like take over. Like I'm not like gonna sleep in here with you. It was like, just let him be. Like, can we release him back into the wild? I don't know what happens with that, but you're just like smothering him. It was too much, but I thought it was cute. Like you could tell the capybara was like, what the hell, lady? You gonna feed me or what? Yeah, it's like a bug. It's like bugs to a light. That's what happens when they get hidden. It's like they start falling off. I actually put away my mosquito zapper yesterday. I need to start plugging it in when I'm live. I mean, I'm like, I made a joke the other day. I can't remember if my Bigfoot whispering and my hoodoo hoodoo is like to get those away, because I was like, let me make a calling to summon my people in to save my brain from brain rot when the shit happens, because then I get behind the chat and I'm trying to like be polite to people that are actively like being good humans in here. So I enjoy a good chat, you know. But what I will not enjoy is nonsense and bullshit. And the other night, I actually didn't even get through the whole chat, and I'm pretty good at doing that because I want to be involved. You know, this is my channel, my channel full of all things. So I want to be involved. But there was a lot of brain rot, and I was like, oh no, tonight's not a good night. I did meet a couple of cool people, so I'll take that and put it in my pocket, and that's what I'm looking for. But it was a lot of brain rot. It was like, absolutely not. No, I'm in the US. I wanted to, Leslie. What up? I wanted to. I'm so drained. I've literally went to several auctions this week, and I did do a fishing a few times, so I do feel good about that. But I feel so drained. I'm like, and I don't want to be out with the hooligans during Memorial Day, so I'd have to go to a place that's ducked off, and I feel a lot of my secret places are not really secrets anymore. So that's not really encouraging to get out there. I'm not against it yet, but I'm probably not. I got a lot of stuff. I organized the whole patio yesterday and cleaned everything, and I plan to do the auction again on Monday. So I need to work through what I got, because I can't go from not hoarder to hoarder in like 3 days. You're done. Thanks. Can you see what my earrings are? They're actually the tree of life. They're actually gauges, but it's the tree of life. Reminds me of my best friend that gained their angel wings. Is that a real question about what products do I use for my teeth? Hopefully someone was saying they want to professionally whiten them earlier. I'm like, they're not bad, y'all. Like, shit. I know they're not. But who couldn't use some good whitening, you know? Everybody. You gotta take care of your teeth, y'all. You got to. Jesus. Oh yeah, I just straight up hide them. Once they say anything fucking, there's a meter for me, you're not getting a fucking timeout. You're done. Like, you're done. Some of these people do the timeout. No, not for me. My mods will be nice sometimes. Some of them will not, and you straight up get in, and I'm okay with that. If you start to get fucking raunchy and weird, you're hidden. There's no timeout, and you get another chance. Sometimes I can read through people's asshole tunes, and I found some cool people that way. Mass majority, though, my cool people, like, just vibe with me from the rip, and they insert themselves in the chat the way they do, and we vibe. Very, very rarely do I, like, weave out the asshole tone before you get in. So take that for a note, put that all in your pocket, tread lightly. And I can take a joke. We can laugh. I talk shit all the time. I love talking shit. But I honestly definitely am not going to do the real weird ass shit, and you'll know what I mean. I'm not even going to say it, because then it just blah, blah, blah. It's like word vomit in here. Pass the Dutchie to the left, you know? That could be done too. But no, Dutchie is the good Dutchie. Boy is my pup. The Belgian's on the floor, but he's on the floor. It's funny. It used to be his little puppy mat for the kitchen. It was just like a little rug, and he always slept on it as a puppy. And I have a photo of him when he was a little puppy on it, and I wanted to keep taking photos of him getting bigger. He still sleeps on it like a little puppy. He's like, yes. Anyways, good Dutchie boy is my Dutch Shepherd, and then I have a Belgian Malinois. Malinois. Jesus. Thanks, Bunny, for being a good human. I'm trying to catch up. I don't think I'm far behind, hopefully. Is Dutch Boy a form of paint? Like from where? Like Michael's? Hypno? Yeah, thanks, Bunny. Yeah, like Dutch Shepherd. Some of my people in the little bird community that I go to, they say that to me though. I'm like, yeah. Is that a pot from Jamaica? Like Mary Jane, or like a planter pot? I love birds. I honestly, like, with the community that I hang out with, a lot of them are Australian. There's a lot that aren't, but I've been getting used to the Australian birds, and I always bird watch here. You guys haven't seen outside yet, but, or some of you haven't, whoever's lurking that knows me. Come on now. Where's my good vibes? But I'm always feeding. That's like part of the ritual of the morning. Um, I have like regular ducks out here, regular birds at the stand, regular squirrels, all the things. But it's been cool to learn Australian birds because I do want to go there one day, bucket list, and to see them in action. They even have like the cockatoos there, and then in the U.S., people breed and sell them all the time. It's kind of sad to see them. Like, he primarily feeds a lot of those and magpies and everything, really, whatever nature blesses us with to see. But he has a lot of cockatoos, and it's really beautiful to just see them naturally being free and being willing to come to a human because they love them and or enjoy the food. Steven! What up, dude? Oh my gosh. Hey, I'm so late. I'm so late. I don't know when you said that. I keep missing you. Yes, I was like, what do you mean did I forget your birthday? Taurus don't remember Taurus always remember Taurus. What do you mean, Jelly Bean? And I said your date is one of my lucky numbers. My birthday was good. I've been having like a birthday week, not a month because I'm not a brat, but I've been having a birthday week, so my lives have been like all over the place, and I've been all over the place trying to like really like live it up and just like open new chapters, new energy. I know that sounds silly to most, but my birthday is like everyone's birthday should be this way, first off. But I always take in that my birthday is a new chapter of my life, a new beginning, out with the old, in with the new, good vibes, and it's your personal New Year's. Like, no one can take that away from you. It's cool when you find people maybe that have the same birthday or surroundings and stuff, but like you have your own birthday. It's not like New Year's where everyone celebrates that day, you know? Oh my god. You're hidden forever. What up? I haven't talked to you since like puzzles. Yeah, can I get any closer? Can you tell me what you see? Can you see the future? Is Vicks a good mosquito repellent? I don't know. I don't think I'd want to smell like that all the time, but I guess bug spray, you smell that too. It smells like chemicals. Yeah, Ariel? I don't know about the horse part, but you enjoy that food. How was karaoke? Did you sing any songs? If so, what songs? No, you're done forever. I'm from the US, y'all. Oh, good lord. Yep, glad you're hitting. Oh, yeah. What time is it for you? Late, right? You're probably gone. Oops. Yeah, if one dog has it, they probably all have it because they're all hanging out with each other, you know? Hopefully not. Oh my gosh. Holy shit. I'm trying to catch up, y'all. I'm gonna not answer things because I want to answer people like I always say. But give me a second. Yeah, let's not talk about any more worms either because manifestation is key, and that's a no for me. Yeah, people should watch a few lives before they comment, but they don't. Or they should watch I don't know, look at my fucking profile picture. I know I don't look like a dude. We could probably get a bit better profile picture going, but uh, they want to rise. I know that it's the name. It took me a while to understand that because what woman wants to hear that? No woman, you know? So it took me a moment to be like, what the hell, you know? And I'm like, it's the name. It's the name. It's fine. If you know, you know. If you don't, it's your loss, you know? It's fine. They're just being little bastards. And you give them that, and they just feed off of it, you know? Feed off of it. No. Holy shit. Good call on retracting your messages because you're probably getting hidden. I wonder if that's why, because I just did that warning of you say something over the raunchy, and I just saw raunchy in the message. You will definitely get hidden. No. I'm hiding more than seen. I'm done. That was an insult, although that was funny. With a whippet. What is that? A little dog? Is that a poodle? Please no. Give that dog some pets. Yeah. Sleeping. He's funny. My Dutch will have little puppy dreams. It's the cutest because he really doesn't have them like that. But the Belgian has them like every day, and he literally fights people in his dreams like every day. It's hilarious. At night, definitely. I'm speaking English. What are you talking about? I have to look those up too. I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I've seen them. Is that Charlene Williams and Lowe's? I'm fucking behind, yo. God, I gotta get better at this. Please pet that dog. I am. Always petting the dog. Oh, I can sit in my new chair. My phone's gonna die though. I was planning to jet out of here. I gotta charge the phone, and I want to try to find a coffee table today. Well, I'm really glad I hid you, but it's sad you got some messages before. Am I horizontal or vertical? Don't know. I'm gonna need you to remove yourself from the chat. Oh wait, you are her. Thanks so much, Chris. Oh, I'm definitely sassy. That's never gonna be. I'm never gonna deny that here. What? I don't know. I'm not gonna name drop Steven. I just read your message. I'm not gonna name drop. I kind of heard a little bit over here there. And I don't ever pry if people tell me stuff like I keep it to myself. I don't air out people's stuff. But everybody should just be able to do whatever you want to do. Anyone that starts controlling in any type of relationship is not gonna work. It goes for both sides. You start controlling them, they start controlling you. It ain't gonna work. It only gets worse and worse and worse and worse. usually an insecurity within ourselves or the other person, whatever, but they start putting a chokehold on it and then it ain't gonna work. I'm glad to see you back though. And I hope there's positive love and energy regardless of anything happening between y'all. Because I appreciate you both very, very much. And I never want beef, that's for sure. Um, and I don't know. You guys had something, and if things don't work out, that's fine. But we should still hope for love and healing to the other person, regardless. Sometimes we have to go our own ways, and that's life. And it can be sad at times. And then a lot of times people get angry and bitter, and it becomes a shit show, and everyone's built up on that for years to come and carry that baggage around. So I hope the best for both of you, regardless. And you're both always welcome here. Yeah, Marty's done. Marty's not a smarty. It's pathetic. Where do you get the deep woods bug spray? I have this little mix that this random little tackle shop made themselves. Who knows what's in it? But it almost smells lemony. But it comes in a little bottle. I like just typical bug spray, but you still smell like it. I wish there was something that was like more citrusy or like less bug spray or less chemicals smelly. I don't have any cats. I used to. I don't have any cats. Not anti cats, but I don't think I'll do cats again. Yeah, watch. That is accurate. 12:15 in Sydney. Oh my gosh, are there any birds outside? Okay, sorry. No, Marty, you just lost out forever. You should really reconsider that. You may lose some valuable people. Is he really 12? When they say that, it does make me feel like that. Because I'm like, do you think that I find this as a cool compliment? I'm like, I'm not amped up over it. You are gone. Yeah, let's keep it respectful. Can we follow Willis's lead? Thanks. It's everywhere. It's like they come out like a flock of herds. It's like, send the trolls out! And they come running out. Like, I'm imagining, like, the silly, what movie was it? The 30. It was like some number shit, but it's like them on like horses with like spears and stuff. Like, but they don't have spears. Like, they have like noodles, like pool noodles, and like, not, don't even give them bubbles because I love bubbles. Like, they're just out there like, oh, I'm so fucking funny and like I am the best. I'm like, actually, you're probably really miserable and this is where you're at. But don't come here, go somewhere else. And actually, I that's where the world's getting messed up. Like, people are like, okay, just push it onto someone else. And no, 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 let's not push it onto someone else. Let's just actively just eliminate that. Report them, hide them, stop it. I don't know. Like, let's not encourage it, because the little Buddhist inside of me, any of the meditations I've done, they actively like to like destroy that energy. Like, we're not going to keep rolling it out into the universe. We're not going to keep passing it on, because we all are connected. It's sad to say that sometimes. But it's true. So if we're all connected to bad energy, what will we see? What will we feel? But no one's spending a lot of time like removing that energy, like whether it's through like prayer or like meditation or personal growth, writing, whatever. We're not removing that energy. We're passing it around. My phone's dying for real, bro. I'm just gonna save my energy and just hide you. I gotta look up the whippets. Oh, I'm so lost behind. Yeah, no one talks to me and no one gives me attention. Like, what the fuck? Like, thanks for caring, you know? No, I have everything I need, thanks. Thank you so much, Steven. I was saying earlier, like, the Belgian really likes the dog dancing stuff. And I do too. It's really cute. The Dutch is like very, I wouldn't say just obedience training. It's like seems kind of weak, but he does like some dog dancing too. It's different. It's a different move, and he's just like with it. The Belgian and I like it's almost like we could be in a suit and he could be the legs and I could be the arms and we would move together. And then the Dutch is just like I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. Like they're so similar, so I never want to say one is better than the other because it's not true. Like they come to the table with like the same gifts or like different gifts and intelligence. It's really cool to see. I want to work on some new stuff with them though. I was trying to do actively like walk and heel in the back with the Belgian because he'll do heel. The Dutch will walk and heel perfectly. He has a beautiful little prance and everything. And I'm not a huge lure fan, like luring them. You see all these fucking videos and they're all like luring. Okay, you've honed in that the dog likes XYZ and it's going to focus on that. But you remove that, is the dog going to listen to you, you know? So I do like to start with a lure of like either treats or a toy or something and then take off of that. Um, but the Belgian, I don't want to say he'll work for free, but it's a bonding thing. He almost will. The Dutch, like he loves toys, very, very, very active on toys. Belgian too, but Dutch is like super, super toy, like oriented. Loves fetching and stuff like that. He will literally do like backflips for toys. He's super stoked. But the Belgian, like, kind of just he'll do it for free. Do it for free. They'll both do like trainings for free, but I don't think that's like the smartest thing. You should be rewarding them, absolutely, but it's not, in my opinion. You shouldn't lean hardcore on lures. Yeah, do you have one, Hypno? Is that your pup? I'm like very vertical. Yes. Bye, buddy. You way gone. Hope you come back. I value you coming in. Good chat. We can always talk about dogs. Okay, it's all good. Well, you're welcome here anytime. She is too. No beef. If I understand, maybe if you guys don't want to chat at the same time, but I love you both. So I'd like to see you both in here. And I understand life is life. Like things happen, you know. But if people go away for a little bit and then we come back full circle and stuff, like it's fine. There. Not everyone is going to get along, you know. And I've noticed along the way that YouTube is very small knitted, even though it's like a sea of all the different things. It can get very knitted, like people start knitting together and hanging out and chatting and vibing, and then you meet other people on the same wavelength, and then sometimes there's people that you aren't going to get along with, you know. Um, but we just have to be the bigger person and just come back another time or chat anyways and just be naturally you. Everyone here needs to be polite to one another because that shit ain't gonna fucking fly. But in general, I understand like humans are weird sometimes. UFO believer. I don't know if you're still in here, but are you even going to a priest with your name or I always repent my sins. I think that's important. I'm not perfect, but I do think it is important to repent your sins. I'm not going to a fucking priest because God and the angels and higher power is with me always, and Jesus too. So I'll repent my sins to them, but I don't need to go to priest. Each is their own though. Oh, it's a feature. I just like puzzled off for a second, Steven. I definitely want to bring it back. I actually got a really cool dog puzzle this week, like birthday shopping and vibing. And it's like the cutest thing ever. The dogs are doing like everything in this park with like some people in there too, like a cartoon looking puzzle. But the next one will be the UFO puzzle because I know a few people that would probably like lose their shit if I did anything different. But the puzzles are still a thing. I just haven't. I've been pouring into other things. I started learning how to sew. I've started going to auctions, so I'm trying to flip things and trying to sell clothes, like a lot of different things. So to do a puzzle, I have to sit, and I use my desk all the time for projects in the office and out here. But in the office, like a puzzle takes up almost my whole desk. And right now it's like Sewing Town USA in there. So it's a little crazy, but I want to get back to the puzzles. When I found the dog puzzle, I was like, okay, this is like a sign to get back into it. And I told myself no more puzzles. But one thing that's really held me back, I think I need to get one of those binders that you can put the puzzles inside. They're massive, but I've seen mixed reviews on it, and if I'm gonna pay almost $50, maybe a little bit less, I want it to work because I'm frugal McGrugal when it comes to spending on stupid shit. And I'm like, okay, no, I need to make sure that works. I would be pissed if I put them in there and it just like rips out and puzzle pieces are everywhere. But in one of the things I auctioned, I moved it around, so I find it. I cleaned my whole patio yesterday, but there was a frame puzzle in there, and guess what it was? There's been a running joke that I'm a mermaid in here. It was literally Little Mermaid, and they put it in a pretty cool frame, but the frame was a little cracked a little bit, but I don't think I'm gonna sell it. I think I'm gonna keep it. I think it was a sign to go back to the puzzle. So stay tuned on that. It'll probably be the UFO one, but I really need to lean on. I have one more board that I can put it on before I would have to buy more boards to hang them up. But I don't want. I don't know. I can't put any more in the office wall. I think it'll start to get too heavy, and I think I have 4 on the wall already, and then we got Jesus over here. So I'm like, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all of them. And I hate the thought of putting them back in the freaking box after doing all that. Jesus was not the hardest puzzle I think I did. The Care Bears hand down was the hardest, but I think it's coming back to puzzles after so many years. But that one had a lot of the same colors. It was a lot, but it meant a lot to me. Thanks for asking. I understand if you don't always say hi, but say hi. Don't be weird. Don't be one of those people that just sit back like, what's going on? I know my peeps' intentions are pure, so just throw yourself out there. I'm gonna chat back. And maybe if you're not chatting with the people in the chat, who fucking cares? Like, I like to see my peeps in here. Good morning from California. Knows how to party. Why do I do this? Like YouTube? Like, what are you talking about? Oh my gosh, thanks, Steven. Holy shit. They're just hidden forever. Whiz the doggy on. What's he doing? What's he doing? Let me have a cool poop around. He's like, yeah, forever with mom. Belko child. While the other one is probably on the dog bed chilling. Let me really try to catch up. I'm so behind. Maybe I'm towards the end. I don't know. Y'all can tell me, but then I may not see it yet. So. Oh, the same. Oh, I am behind if we're talking about the breakup stuff. Having the same social groups. That's why everyone should have their own friends. I'm just saying, like you can mesh sometimes, but everyone really should have their own friends. Like, because if that happens, everyone's breaking up, really, or it gets awkward and then everyone's in your fucking own business. Good Lord. You're done, dude. You were really just going in. Thanks, Steven. Never any obligation. I'm trying to get to it. Can you go away forever? Don't worry, I'll take care of it. I do glue the puzzles, Polly. So I have like a whole thing with like not wanting to put them back in the box. So I'm really trying to glue them and make them little art pieces around, but I don't want it to look tacky. I want it to look a little bit neater. So like the frame stuff was cool, but then I have to look into getting frames like that. And then I still would have to hang them on the wall. And I don't think people are gonna buy built puzzles. And some of the art obviously looks cool, but I know people that do puzzles aren't probably gonna buy puzzles unless it's like a massive art piece or something that you wouldn't want to do. You're probably gonna want to do the puzzle yourself before you bought it, you know? So I have to think about this. I got a Beatles sweater recently. I was thinking about maybe selling it, and then I was like, you know what, I'm keeping this shit. I was like, this is cool. That's that's awesome. Do you still have the puzzle though? That's not awesome. Why'd you quit? I have an Audrey Hepburn puzzle, and I'm really nervous it's missing pieces because I quit on that one like in like 2013. That shit was hard, super hard, and I'm wondering if I'm wise enough to do it now, but I'm really nervous it's missing pieces. I also have a peacock puzzle that I quit on. It was out here on the ottoman for a long time, and then I got the pups, and that wasn't going to be an option right there. Oh man, that shit was so hard. I literally had a light to like see the shit. The designs, they were like rotting my brain. So now I have like an idea. You never know until you open the puzzle if it's going to be hard as hell or not. And once you get going and stuff, because everyone can put the corner pieces together. Come on. And even then, sometimes they like blend in, so you may have to really dig for the last couple pieces. But you really don't know until you open the puzzle. But you can kind of get an idea. Like I'm not gonna do like crazy shapes and stuff blended together and like very slight differences. Like those puzzles aren't for me. I'm more likely to like throw it up. Oh, I'm at the end. Oh, that's exciting. It's I just kind of make piles. I I think everyone really starts with the edges and stuff, but I start to organize as I go. I start to do it all by like what am I seeing in colors. I grew up not using the picture like that as much. So I had a different awful way of doing puzzling. So when I got back to puzzling on lives, I almost was like eating myself like that. I'm like, what are you doing? Use the picture. So I started like going into, I realized on the last puzzle I did, which was the Jesus one, it was like I had a better system with organizing. And I think that is so important with puzzling. One of my peeps that come in here, shout out to Maddie, has a cousin, I think it is, excuse me, that does the puzzle competitions or did a puzzle competition. I can't even imagine. I kind of felt on live low key though, like that I need to accomplish it in a certain amount of time, which was also a little difficult too because I'm like, should I be moving faster? Am I dumb? Am I smart? It kind of cracks on you a little bit, but you just have to keep going and then you start getting a momentum and you're like, oh, okay, I can do this. But they're getting more crafty at the puzzles. Like, we're not talking about like little Sesame Street 1, 2, 3 puzzle. Like, we're talking about some of these things are like insane. I really need to like make sure I don't get any more puzzles, even though I got one recently, but I haven't got one in a while, so I've done good. I'm stacked up for puzzles, so I have to do these. I cannot just keep collecting, you know? But the next puzzle I would like to get, I won't say I won't get another one before this. Hopefully not. See, I can't even promise myself. But the wooden ones are really cool. My secretly Sandra Bullock? No, but my mom always got that. I always got Julia Roberts and she got Sandra Bullock. I love Audrey Hepburn. Love her. She's just so cute. I just would have loved to have tea with her. Probably had some crazy stories, you know? But that puzzle, it's like an artist painted it or something. So it is like, it feels like jigsaw is more suiting for that than calling it a puzzle. I remember the pieces being fucking nuts. Like that was over 10 years ago, and I'm getting anxiety thinking about how those things were cut. And my cat at the time like literally knocked it off the table a couple times. So I started with this other Cinderella puzzle, but I never finished that either. But the Cinderella would be kind of cool with this Ariel one that I got out here. I don't know. I need to look into the binders though. I said I have one more poster board that I could do. The aliens. I'm gonna do that because that was on my poll. I did not forget. And I know the ones that wanted aliens will not let me forget that. So I'm definitely gonna do the aliens because Jesus just came out of nowhere and was like, "Girl, you gonna do this puzzle?" And I was like, "All right, Jesus, we gonna do it." And I actually like looked into like stuff that I don't think people realize in these stories. Like I thought one of the people in there was a woman, and they're actually all men. And I was like, what? And I was looking into what they had at the Last Supper. It was kind of a learning experience, a bonding Jesus learning experience. But Jesus jumped the line, and the UFOs were supposed to be next. So I need to do the UFOs. That one is going to be cool too, and I would like to have that on the wall. The ones that are in line are the ones I'd like to have on the wall. Yeah, I know, I do. I do have a giraffe neck. I do. If I had $1 every time I've heard any tall jokes, I'd be rich. Very modest. I feel like I need to do like some more deep dive of Audrey. Like she honestly just has this elegance about her. I have a an art piece, wooden piece created by someone in my bathroom of her. And then I have this other picture that was framed at one point. I had moved a lot when I was younger, so to keep things is always very blessed to still keep the things that I loved the most. But the frame broke, but I ended up keeping the portrait. And I never found a frame for it again. I kept it as is. But I've always had little splashes of her around. And then I have that puzzle too. Marilyn Monroe as well. I remember Blockbuster closed like 30,000 years ago, and that's where I got the Audrey Hepburn one from. And then I got a poster of Marilyn Monroe, a Bob Marley poster, draw the picture there, and um, Alice in Wonderland, but it was with Johnny Depp, and I still have that one. That one was very sacred to me for a lot of reasons, but I didn't really care for that movie that much. It just looked trippy. Not the one with Johnny Depp, the original one, yes. What up, Michael? Good chat, y'all. My phone may be dying soon, so just a heads up. Not leaving anyone hanging. I'm 5'11". How tall are you, Polly? How old are you? Age check. Age check. All 13 of y'all in here, age check. Except for Steven, because Steven's good in the hood. I don't know if you left, Steven. Good chat. I'm glad you came in here. Never feel unwelcomed here, no matter what. I say that for all my peeps. I appreciate being able to bond with genuine people. And thanks for fucking holding down the fort, Steven. I think the Boom dude was in here the other day. It's sad because when the trolls start coming in, like I just hide now. I don't even waste my time on the timeouts because they just fucking come back and do the same shit, and they probably have like 9,000 accounts anyways. But I try to remember people's names on here. But for the people that know me, you know I'm gonna probably remember an astrology sign before your name, and then the name comes after. And the age kind of like varies for me. Sometimes I remember people's age, and then sometimes I'm like, it's a soul thing for me. I don't think we need a label like all the age, but the age is important because you do not need to be a child in this fucking chat. And if you're a child, you will be hidden. Period. I would prefer 18 and older, but if we're being honest, probably like 25 and up. I'm not against little like 20-year-olds. I'm not against it, but you're still a little baby almost. So if you would have told me that at 20, I'd be pissed off. But the reality is like definitely 18 and over. For sure. For sure. And even when you told me you're 19, I'm probably sketched out and think you're a child and you may still get hidden. Oh, like that? Like those right there? That's like a trigger word for me. I'm like, you're done. Like, I'm not your fucking mom. Like, I'm not your mom, never gonna be your mom. Like, you should probably call your mom now, you know? Now that you're hidden, call her. Give her a chat. What are you doing today, Steven? You're like, what, 6, 7 hours ahead of me? I think. Have you talked to Andy either? It's been a year. And I assume, and I don't know if you how much you know about all that. Um, but have you? And what are you doing? You don't celebrate Memorial Day there, right? Oh my gosh. Do you get dropped on your head? Is that a common occurrence for you? Because I'm sensing it is. Oh my gosh. Check this out, Steven. I got this yesterday from the auction. You're not even ready. It's one of those Big Joe. I don't know. I guess they're called Big Joes. I seen them on TikTok like during like COVID. But it's literally like a bean bag, like foam bag. It doesn't have beans in it. It's just a foam. This shit is epic, super epic. The dogs love it too. I made it their like little bonding couch since they're not really on the furniture and they have their own beds. I'm like, all right, this can be our bonding chair if we're not on the floor hanging out. Hold on. Okay, you're 42. You can stay, Polly. Oh, all the love's coming in. The love's coming in. The little tree. And the Belgians are like, well, come on now. Come on now. Hold on. Yeah, some people say the weirdest things. I don't. It's like literally like bugs to a light. I know. He's like, you just love it. He's like loving laying in my lap here. Literally. He thinks he's a Yorkie.